Opening weekend of collegiate volleyball across America continues. Kansas State wrapping up tournament play, taking on Delaware of the Blue Hens that are coming in out of Conference USA, their first year in CUSA, their first ever meeting against Kansas State. In front of a sold-out Morgan Family Arena and here on ESPN Plus, you're watching the Big 12 on ESPN Plus. Brian Smoller back with two-time All-American Liz Wagner-Bush. Both of these two teams got to take on UMBC the last 2 days. We saw K-State take on UMBC on Friday. What were your impressions of what you saw on this opening weekend?
Yeah, I think initially maybe some nerves. They had to work out, but they found their rhythm. They were able to get themselves in the system and really get their offense going.
One of those key pieces of the offense was Shaylee Myers, who had a huge match. As we take a look at the two outside hitters that'll be in focus today. Yeah,
Shaylee Myers has a lot of experience, although she hasn't seen a ton of court time in the last year or two, but 20 kills, hitting .462 against UMBC. She did it all from the right side, from the outside. She was the go-to player for the Wildcats. Look for her to have another big afternoon here today in Morgan Family Arena. And on the other side of the net, you have Dylan Norris. She's the southpaw. She's a senior, had a lot of experience for the Blue Hens, as you noted. She had 12 kills against UMBC, 5 digs and 6 blocks. She puts up a big block for the Blue Hens there on that right side.
6'2" senior on the outside, trying to take this team to another level in a new league. As you look at Myers, two teams exchanging pleasantries, and we welcome in the third member of our crew, Sophie Smith, who has the reaction of Jason Mansfield after that UMBC match. Sophie?
Yeah, that's right, Brian. Coach Mansfield was very proud of how his team played in their home opener on Friday against UMBC. He said they thought they did a great job finishing out that first set and being patient in the second, letting things come to them and still being aggressive at the same time. He continued to say that he thought the crowd was incredible, and it's always great to start a match and the home opener at home.
Yeah, that's been a focus this year, trying to be more effective in the home court area, and already off to a 1-0 start. Match getting ready to go. Let's get your keys to victory as we see keys being shaken by the crowd. That's all apropos. What are your keys to victory today?
Yeah, for Delaware, they've got to start off with a perfect pass. They are going to go up against a big block in K-State, so they got to get themselves into rhythm, give themselves a chance to get all their hitters involved, and then limit errors. They really got error heavy against UMBC, and that really caused them to struggle. For K-State, they need to set the tone. A Sunday afternoon game, they got to start right off the bat and get the game going on their terms, and then to be terminal, not allow Delaware to extend rallies.
That was a problem against UMBC. Now, granted, that was more the MO of the Retrievers, trying to extend rallies, use that defense, kind of lengthen things out and win at the end. Not so necessarily the key and the focus of the Blue Hens. Flip to the back is a little bit too long from Asia Murray, Chicago native, that tried to, on the quick set, catch K-State napping in the middle, but a misfire gives K-State the first point. It is packed to the brim here in the Morgan Family Arena here this afternoon. Home football weekend. K-State volleyball played on Friday, football yesterday, and then the wrap-up of the weekend here today. Big block, LeGrand and Schmidt.
Yeah, nice big block there. You've got LeGrand. She's setting it up nice for Schmidt there to close the block. That's going to be a big block that the Blue Hens are going to have to figure out a way to work around but not make those errors. 4
blocks for Schmidt in the opening night on Friday. K-State as a team had 7. This blast from Anna Logan-Gillens is in. South Carolina product. Second team All-League last year in the Colonial and already a preseason All-Conference USA pick this year. We were watching this team warm up as well. There's some weapons on this Delaware team.
Super athletic attackers, have that great leaping ability, could cause some troubles for teams.
Brenda Schmidt getting some early action here. Run down by Delaware and played across. LeGrand, who is aggressive at the center position, drops in. Already her 5th kill of the season. She had 4 in the opening night.
Yeah, we saw her do that early on in the match against UMBC, and that really makes the block have to stay honest and pay attention to her as an attacker.
Opening up her hitters elsewhere if the block has to stay home. Misplay on the serve receive, just knocked over, but out. And while it's not an ace, it might as well have been one. De facto good serve results in an error by UMBC. Simone Sims, the new libero for K-State this year after 2 years as a defensive specialist. The junior puts a good aggressive serve on Gillens. Another block by K-State, this time LeGrand and Jordan Williams. And an early timeout burned by the Blue Hens as they have run into a brick wall in this K-State defense. Just 1 kill, 4 errors, thanks to 2 blocks by K-State. We'll go to a break, come back. You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. Well, one of Liz's keys to start here today was K-State to start fast, and they have done that. Jason Mansfield's team defensively has dominated at the net. A wry grin from him as Simone Sims was on the video board delivering a tongue-in-cheek sarcastic answer to a question. Jason Mansfield has said a couple of times he has really enjoyed this year with this group. They have come to work so hard in the gym each time, trying to change the culture for K-State. The timeout works well for Kimberly Lambert's squad as they flip and get a point out of there. There's a look at Coach Mansfield. First year at K-State, 16-11, just missed the NCAA tournament, perhaps got snubbed. It's a bit of a surprise they did not make it. And then last year, a step backwards, but in the process of changing things with a large freshman class. Jordan Williams, one of the 5 seniors for K-State on the slide. A point of focus we heard about K-State in the middle. Now you have to pass well is usually the first thought that comes to mind if you try to get middles going, but K-State seems to be, regardless of that, really trying to go inside to the middles.
Yes, and having the ability to do that out of system. You know, so many times you have to throw it outside, especially out of system in transition. But if you can get a pass even kind of remotely close to that 10-foot line, and you can work on maybe even getting those middles involved in that type of situation, will be huge, especially competing in the Big 12.
Norris's first swing. Dug after a touch by K-State on the block. Reagan Fox's first attempt pushed over by by Delaware. Quick set middle, there you go. K-State trying to push middle, and it'll end up working out for Jordan Williams. So almost as if they hurt us, a set that was a bit off the net. And a tough angle to get it to Williams, but she somehow gets it to fall.
Yeah, and Williams has that ability to kind of throw that ball and put it in a nice spot that makes it tough for defenses to really prepare for.
Norris down the line catches the shoulder of Sims, so she has her first kill.
Yeah, Norris presents a little bit of a different look. She's that lefty on the right side there, so she has the ability to really move the ball around. We saw it early on. She did a 2-hand tip, cross court really sharp, and then this time down the line.
3-time All-State pick out of Virginia. Good shallow serve dropped over by the sophomore Taylor Hawley. And into the net on K-State. Jada Red, only a 5'7" outside hitter with a great leaping ability out of Orlando.
Yeah, and we heard that there, heavy arm. We heard the thud as that came off Simone Sims' arms.
11 kills in the opener for Red. Delaware lost to UMBC in 4 sets yesterday. K-State sides out with Shaylee Myers. What a night for Myers on Friday night after 2 weeks of Jason Mansfield saying she'd played her best volleyball of her career in practice. A near ace tracked down by Cadence Wynn. Just in. Anaya Clinton's first swing and kill.
Clinton had a quiet night on Friday night, but she didn't really have to carry that heavy load. And I do think she will have games where she's really needed with her leaping ability and her strong arm.
Service error here by Myers. Look at Shaylee Myers, product out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Former All-American on the high school ranks. Burst onto the scene, all Big 12 freshman team picks. She and Clinton both fellow all Big 12 freshman team picks. Williams in the middle. Enough on it to get through the block. Keeping Jordan Williams healthy is something K-State is hopeful for this entire senior season for her. Just has battled injuries every year she's played at Kentucky and at K-State. What an injury-free year could mean for her and for the team, the Wildcats. Boy, big things.
Well, we see already early in this match the impact that she can have, you know, blocking at the net and also her attacking ability because she gets up so nice and high. Yeah, of course you want her on the court. It really does impact this team, for this K-State team, and they've gone through having to deal with not having her on the court.
It was a big issue last year. Injuries played a big role for the Wildcats in last season's matchups. Clinton misses a little long. Back-to-back errors by K-State. Delaware a few points. Clinton misfires there. Clinton dealt with some injuries last year. Myers did as well. Izzy Sholseski, who was the setter, also dealt with a lot of injuries. Here's Reagan Fox. A lot of buzz surrounding Reagan Fox's play through fall practice. She came on late in the match on Friday night. Gets her first kill of the afternoon.
Yeah, and again, K-State runs that kind of 3 outside hitter rotation. You'll see Reagan Fox on the left. You'll also see her on the right, but primarily blocking and playing on the right side for the Wildcats. Has really shown a lot of promise for the Wildcats so far this season.
Gillens gets walled on the near side by K-State. That's already the 3rd block for the Wildcats, make it 4. Knew this would be an advantage for K-State, at least size-wise up front, and they are using it to their advantage. 4 blocks in the set. Slide attempt, dug, but into the crowd, so that'll be a kill for Murray. It'll get Norris back in on the right side. And back to serve, the new setter for Delaware this year. Kennedy Inman did not play the first 56 matches of her career, the first 2 years. And her first career action was yesterday as the starting setter. Schmidt on the slide, able to finish. Feels like a much better rhythm to that today. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely getting those first game kind of little kinks worked out. They were able to do that, and yeah, much better tempo there for Schmidt. And with her being in the front row with LeGrand, her ability to be able to hit the slide will be super important for the Wildcats.
Not necessarily a strength of Schmidt in the past was the slide. Through the block, Norris with her second.
Yeah, classically with Schmidt, you've seen her more in front of the setter hitting those quick attacks, but being able to pull that block and keep that with LeGrand's, you know, offensive ability will be important for the Wildcats.
Shallow serve, Schmidt forced to handle. K-State turns it to Myers, who delivers a hammer. Somehow Delaware gets it across and in, and it's Murray who puts it in front of Clinton. A good recovery in the transition here by the Blue Hens.
Yeah, just up high over that block of Brenna Schmidt.
Myers dug. Well off the net. Schmidt with no blocker.
You really credit Ava LeGrand on that. Does a nice job. Again, she's front row. She jump sets that ball, keeps some tempo on it, and Schmidt able to just beat the block of Delaware.
Grand is playing so confidently in this her senior season. One-on-one, Williams gets Murray. Block number 5 for K-State. And a lead a half a dozen as Sims once again will serve. Norris blocked and over. Back to Norris. Clinton races to get it in the back row. Myers fights it through the block of Murray and Norris. Shaylee Myers picking up where she left off on Friday night.
She's really bringing some power behind her swings today through that big block of the Blue Hens.
Good aggressive serve by Sims. Better receive. And a blast that is out. And a point for K-State. One line judge said out, the other said in. And the tower official today, Tony Chan, says out, point K-State. This is their largest lead. A 4-0 run here by the Wildcats. Good heady play by Williams.
Williams is playing the net so well today, blocking, attacking. A bright spot for K-State.
Now, we mentioned it at the outset as the Blue Hens burn a timeout here. Much like UMBC, it's all about preparing for the end of the season in your run through conference play, but it's a new look for Delaware this year in a new conference. And for more on that, we go to Sophie Smith.
Yeah, Brian, Delaware is entering Conference USA this season, and Coach Lambert said that they're going to use it as motivation. Now, she knows that they've had success in the past, but that doesn't mean that they can stop working. She really just wants her players to be aggressive, to be scrappy, get their hands on every single ball, because if you don't know, you won't go.
Yep, great way to phrase that. The last 3 years in the Colonial, Delaware has won the league and finished in the top 3 all 3 seasons. So much like UMBC, they've kind of owned their league, and now a different challenge than UMBC. Instead of another year trying to get back on top of the mountain as in the American East as UMBC is, Kimberly Lambert's team, different future awaits them in the Conference USA, where you have teams like New Mexico and Kennesaw State and Liberty and Sam Houston. They're going to be traveling all over the country.
Yeah, it's a wide spread out conference that they're going to be having to deal with the travel, but also playing some pretty tough competition on the road at times.
New Mexico State, La Tech, Middle Tennessee State, Florida International down in Miami. This year, Delaware shown some respect, picked 3rd in Conference USA despite being in their first year in the league. And having to replace a lot, replacing a setter, replacing a couple of outside hitters. And playing today in front of a packed house at Morgan Family Arena. Out of the timeout, all timeouts gone now for UMBC, and it's an ace for K-State. First ace for Simone Sims, an ace of the afternoon for the Wildcats. Gillens will rotate out, and off the bench comes true freshman Talia Yancey out of San Antonio to take over and help end the back row. Sims will go right towards her. Norris blocked. Near side in red, K-State dug it all the way over on the other side and into the net on Delaware. It's going to go on Murray.
Unfortunate, they were trying to make a run there defensively, and just a small error like that really can affect your ability to stay within a game when you're fighting and clawing back.
Setter in the front row, just Norris and Red as the 2 hitters up front for Delaware right now. So not a great rotation, trying to find a way to get somebody on track. K-State pounding away on the left side right now.
They're really seeing the tempo affecting the Blue Hens' ability to get a block up in front of the hitters.
Wildcats hitting .632, just one attack here by K-State here in the early going. They have been on it. Red well off the net, blocked again, but kept alive. Norris from well off the net, good up by LeGrand. Myers couldn't get it from off the net. Quick set Murray, tip try, LeGrand got to it. Clinton forced to pass over. Norris got blocked, but out, point Blue Hens.
You see they're really pushing the ball towards Norris as much as they can, even out of system with her being a southpaw. They're easier for her to hit a ball in transition.
Norris has 9 swings to lead the way for Delaware, 4 kills, .444 percentage. Shallow serve to Myers. Will she get it back? No, it's Clinton from the pipe. All the way out left for Red. Through the block of Williams and LeGrand.
There was just the smallest seam there between that block of K-State. Red does a nice job of hitting high through that seam.
9 kills, 8 errors on the offensive attack for Delaware. Shaylee Myers is dug near the top of the net. Thrown down by Williams. A lift is called anyway, or a back row attack is called. So a point to K-State regardless. And the Cats 2 points away from a dominant set 1 win.
Yeah, it's a tough play there for Inman. Transitioning from the back row, trying to keep that ball on your side, and just not enough to keep it in play.
Tossed over the net by Morgan Campbell. 2 hitters run left side. Delaware, a little miscommunication on who was going to take that swing. It's tapped over. K-State unable to get through with Shaylee Myers. Back to Norris. She's blocked. A repeat. LeGrand with a dive gets to it. Myers cuts it down the net and gets the kill. And Jason Mansfield liked that adjustment and the play of LeGrand.
A smart play there by Myers. Block was set up already in a transition play, and a good cut shot cross court.
Fans on their feet. Sims unable to handle the heat from Norris. And we'll have another set point. And Norris off the court for Delaware. The Wildcats to end it to the middle. Williams. Well, Williams and Schmidt take starring roles in set 1, and K-State a dominant showing. Win it going away. Set 2 on the way as the block party has started on this Sunday afternoon in the Little Apple. You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN+.
Behind every winning team is a playbook. Ours, it's built on trust, team, care, passion. Headquartered in Manhattan, Kansas, and founded by proud K-State alumni, we're purple to the core. Just like our passion for the Cats, our passion to make buying and selling equipment simple, transparent, and straightforward runs deep. At Purple Wave Auction, our #1 play is connecting buyers and sellers across the country with no reserves and no surprises. From ag and construction to fleet equipment, we're your trusted team. Purple Wave Auction, proud sponsor of K-State Athletics.
Hey, grab me one too.
What we grow here defies expectation. Hungry minds searching for answers. Explorers of the impossible. Breakthroughs without end. People who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. You'd be amazed at what we grow here.
Set one of the books and a dominant one for K-State. Just look no further than the second line and the third line. Hit errors and hit percentage. K-State just one mistake on their swings. Really not much of a block thrown up by the Blue Hens at K-State, and that allowed their hitters to tee off, especially from the middle. K-State on in turn the other way, 5 blocks for the Wildcats. Jordan Williams, a perfect 6 for 6 offensively. She had 3 blocks in that first set. Brenna Schmidt, 2 kills, 2 blocks. And Shaylee Myers back to work with 5 kills. Your thought? I mean, listen, fast start and all, but that was some dominant work by K-State.
Yeah, you really like, Coach Mansfield's got to like seeing his team come out and just take control of the game right away. I thought their service pressure was really good. Delaware had a really hard time finding any offensive rhythm. And then the block, just tough for the Blue Hens to hit around the block and then not make the errors. And we talked about how important it would be for them to be successful. They had to really limit those errors.
The Delaware got 5 kills from Dylan Norris, their senior right side hitter. She hit .417, but you take her numbers out of the mix, it would have been 5 kills, 8 errors on 21 swings for the rest of the team. That is a not good percentage and not a sustainable percentage for Kimberly Lambert's squad. Looking still for some answers here early on, and that's part of the luxury you have if you're a UMBC or a Delaware, is that you can use these matches as experience, testing out lineups, trying to get things right. Yes, it'd be great if you pulled off a win, but in theory or in reality, you're not a multi-bid league. Even in Conference USA, you're looking to get to the end of the year and win your tournament. Kansas State will see UMB or Delaware start with serve. It'll be the setter, Inman, who will put it in play. And it's Brenna Schmidt on the right side with number 3. And now send Sims back to serve. Sims with an ace already. A couple of digs for her, and she'll put one in the net. 1 ace, 2 errors in the first set. Now an ace, 3 errors on the afternoon for the Wildcats. Had a handful of aces in the first match against UMBC. Sims overpass. Good cover by Pond, but Myers had overrun it. So an unusual 2 mistakes in a row. India Gant, you just saw right there a moment ago, in the lineup at middle for Delaware, trying to change things up. She'll get her first action of the season. Myers off the top of the hands of Gant and Norris. And Myers remains perfect as far as no errors today. 6 kills, 12 swings. That's a .500 hit percentage. Quite the nail work today for Shaylee Myers. I just noticed that as she was signaling.
Yeah, it's a thing, you know, the nails, the nail action for these volleyball players.
I would think that it would be the opposite, that you would not want the nails, and they might get busted off as you're swinging away.
I don't get it. I really don't. my daughter plays, and she's a high schooler, and you see it with all of them as well. It's
Really?
yeah, it's kind of it's a thing.
Good shot there of the hands of Myers. Here she is on the near side. Listen, you look good, you feel good, you play good, right?
Hey,
I mean, that's really how it works.
I will say I did paint my nails for games when I played, but I wouldn't wear, like they have long nails. Like
No, that's, I mean, that's why I noticed them. Shayla, that they look super long.
Yeah.
It just like seemed like that would be not the thing you'd want to do, but I would be worried. You go up, well, not me per se, but you go up and try and block, and it catches a fingernail.
yeah,
right?
a touch.
A touch.
That's right.
Myers on the right with authority. It seemingly has not slowed Shaylee Myers down at all as she nails one to the floor on the Delaware side of the court.
Yeah, she had a lot of space there on that line. Wide open net, she's going to nail that.
A near ace from Myers. Oh, and then a miss hit by Clinton. The overpass was headed out. She tried to punch it down, but caught the antenna. That'll be a point for the Blue Hens. Norris rotates off the floor. Holly into the back line to serve. Two-time high school captain out of home state of Delaware. Just 5-1. Right side for Fox. Pumped to the middle by Red. Fox is blocked. LeGrand chasing. Feeds Clinton. Good rally here. LeGrand wanted to dump it in, but was too far off the net. So after going a first set with only one attack error, a few mistakes by K-State here in the second, and Delaware has their first lead. Clinton waiting for that ball to come down. A little bit higher set for her, and she'll sneak it in on the right side.
Yeah, wide open seam there for Clinton. A little bit of an uncharacteristic approach.
It's like she stopped halfway on the run up.
She had to hold up there.
Red sending a copy antenna, and that is indeed the case. Point K-State. You can see the windup that is put together on the outside. Red comes into your screen. You can see that antenna wobbling as the ball just nicked it. Service too long from Williams. So tied at 6. Sims back in. Williams out. And Gillens returns into the front row for Delaware, their top outside hitter. Red did not play much last season. Another one that's kind of transitioning into a full-time role, and somebody late on the block. No one got there for Clinton.
And we'll see what Brenna Schmidt being so dominant early on did for that Delaware block. It held them, and that left that nice fast tempo out to Clinton wide open. She crushed it.
Inman, the junior setter, caught waiting for Schmidt. And Clinton, one of the easiest kills she'll have this season. Gillens gets the touch. Tied at 7 in this second. The Wildcats won the first 25-13 and hit over 600, or almost 600 in that first set. Kristen Membreno out of Miami, Florida will get her first action of the day. She'll come in to serve here. A sophomore defensive specialist at 5'3". Overpass coming. Clinton, but did she follow through and hit the net? She did. Point Delaware. Short serve. miscommunication on who was going to hit. Gillens covered by Myers. Clinton. Pond gets to that. Quick set right for Schmidt. Blocked back. Change of shot for Clinton. That results in a free pass. LeGrand tries to finish. No. Rally continues. Gillens down the row. Clinton is blocked. Still could not get the finish. Gillens blocked hard. Down. And the fans to their feet in approval of the Wildcats winning the long rally.
Our longest rally so far this afternoon. Both sides hustling. But K-State's block, again, was able to end the rally.
4 blocks for LeGrand. That ties what she posted against UMBC. It's the 4th time in her career that she's had 4 blocks, the career best. Gillens, touched down by Schmidt and LeGrand. Back to Gillens, blocked once more. 3 times, trying to go down the net, or down the line. Pond was there. Tough play for Myers. Left hand batted across. Out of the play was LeGrand. And Myers gets a touch at the middle and another kill. Myers can do no wrong. Seems like every shot attempt, high hands there, she's just seeing it so well.
Yeah, she's seeing it well, and she's being really smart. She's moving the ball around and not making errors. I mean, that's half the battle right there.
8 kills, 16 swings, no errors for Myers. Delaware lucky to get that across. Pond gets to it. Gillens blocked and over. K-State has set up shop on Gillens and really limited her. 14 swings, she has 3 kills but 4 errors. Set her to the back row to serve. Long run for Ava. But Myers off the block. Took a little off of it.
Nearing double digits here.
Jason Mansfield a word.
Yeah, just Myers hitting 500. Just great numbers.
Ace! Wynn thought it might carry out over her. She ducked out of the way, but it drops in for Simone Sims, her second ace of the afternoon. Led the team in aces a year ago. And now has 3 on the year. Great swing by Gillens, perhaps the best of the night, or the day, and she'll get the finish. Going back to the serve by Sims, shows that you don't necessarily need to have, watch these high school tournaments and younger than that, even JV, junior high, and kids trying to do jumpies and really put a lot on it. You don't necessarily have to have a high velocity serve to be effective.
No, just sometimes that float and that ability for that ball to move makes it so difficult to pass.
If you're good at being able to get it right over the net, catch the tape a couple of times, whatever, and it just drops on the other side, or as you said, is moving all around like a knuckleball pitch, can be extremely effective. And at this level, if you're not aware, these players are serving to a certain spot with that serve. Myers again. It's all about picking out a defender or a spot that's been picked out in scouting, and a coach will signal to the setter, to the server. It's Steve Astor for the Wildcats. He's the clipboard shielded, and then he'll point to where he wants the serve to go. Batted over the net to K-State. Wildcats starting to build some momentum here. Williams with another kill. We'll see if a timeout is coming. You got the immediate timeout on the next point, but Kimberly Lambert says she's going to burn one here. Timeout, Delaware. K-State trying to get some momentum and pull away here in the second set. We'll return in a moment. You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. Kansas State's Shaylee Myers had a huge opening night on Friday with 20 kills, picking up right where she left off. What a start for the senior this season.
Yeah, she's been phenomenal, and like we talked about, it's not anything flashy or extravagant, but she is so smart with how she plays the ball. She sees the block really well in front of her and just doesn't make the errors. She's not afraid to go hit it out of system, but just doesn't make the errors. It's so refreshing to see. Like, she's not afraid to go up and do and carry what her team needs offensively, and has been very effective at it.
She's got 30 kills, and we're not even through 5 sets this season. Norris finally able to get loose on the right side. Had a good first set, but it's been quiet here in the second as the passing hasn't been good enough for Delaware to get it to her. Norris with her 6th kill. Myers with 10 kills today, hitting .526, 8 for Jordan Williams, who's closing in on a career day. Myers again, this time for the right side. And this is where the offense of K-State, the way they design it, becomes extremely difficult, you would think, if you're trying to slow down one hitter. Myers, all of them, there's listed as outsides and right sides. They'll hit and swing on both pins. An ace for Myers. Why not? All smiles for the Lincoln, Nebraska native. Preps volleyball senior ace, her senior year. Averaged almost 3.5 kills per set as a freshman. Really played well. Had a bit of a step back as a sophomore. Got into the rotation last year. Air here too long. Worked extremely hard in the spring and then the offseason. Really wanted to go out with a bang. Be able to handle the rigors of the conference. Wanted to get more lift on her jump. Worked extremely hard in the weight room on that. And you can see it paying off. What a start. In a league littered with All-American outside hitters. Shaylee Myers making a mark here early. Big block thrown at red. Williams. Sims chases LeGrand out of the way. Clinton running in. Can't quite keep it in.
It's the right idea there by Clinton. That ball was way inside, and so she was kind of trying to hit it back to right back, just not able to keep it in.
Just a little bit off today for Clinton as far as some of her swings. Been so close. Sims was ready for that. Quick set. Williams upped by Wynn. Bump set for Clinton. This time tools the block.
Nice high attack there by Anaya Clinton off the hands of Delaware. You find they're reaching a little bit with their block, so it's a good idea to use those hands.
Kansas State has 3 aces, but now 6 errors. And there's been no common theme on the airs, whether in the net or long. Just aggressive serves. Some have hit the net, and some have been too far. Myers from the X. Quicker set for Clinton. And a touch called, point to K-State. Kimberly Lambert, I think, wants to know if she did, or was there a touch up front? And the setter, Inman, says yes. Pond put it in, but wasn't whistled for play yet. Mary Farragher was checking lineup rotation. There's Mary, veteran official of the league. And now Pond, one of the freshmen, the fab freshman, and a service there. 5th of this set by K-State, so that's 5 free points given to Delaware. And Jason Mansfield is going to use a timeout here. I don't think he likes necessarily the focus of the Wildcats, who were dominant in that first set, but have misfired quite a bit in a lot of their own doing here in the second set. Well, Kaylee Pond is one of the many new faces for K-State, and there are high expectations for this group. Let's go to Sophie Smith with more.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, looking at the newcomers for Kansas State, Coach Mansfield really believes that this freshman class can have a huge impact on this program's culture. He told me earlier this week that they all love being in the gym. They love volleyball, and they're really strong students in the classroom as well. And he said he just loves knowing that there's at least 6 girls that want to compete and better the program every single day. And with their energy, their competitive, and their passion, Mansfield just really believes that they'll make the biggest impact by being themselves in every situation on and off the court.
You see a bunch of them right there in that one shot. There's Avery Stones, we haven't seen yet, freshman outside hitter that K-State's excited about. Mom played volleyball at BYU. Big recruit. Pond with national, or the state player of the year in Virginia, and a nationally ranked recruit as well coming into Manhattan. And then the rest: Candace Lundgren at 6'4", jersey wearing 16. A middle blocker that K-State's very excited about out of Montana. Sydney McDermott out of Canada on the right of her, or on her left, wearing 12. She'll be a right side hitter or an outside. And then we've already seen Alex Kluckman and Kaylee Pond as 2 liberos come in and play. Then K-State also very happy and excited about the future of Lauren Latham, true freshman setter out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, who all-time or all-state player. Played All-State in soccer as well, and can really swing from the right side of the left-handed setter. K-State's trying to, and that was what Jason Mansfield told us, one of the hardest decisions you'll have to make, and the staff, is who are we going to use this year and who will we try to save as a redshirt? You know, some of them are ready to go, and if they say that they're ready to go in the sense that they, through practice, win the job, it's going to be hard to keep them off the court.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to want to do whatever you need to do to be successful, you know, and bring them along. And if they're ready to step on the court as freshmen, that's a great thing to have. But also you look at building for the future, and it's very bright for K-State with these young players coming in, and the, you know, as Coach Mansfield said, like wanting to develop these players and grow them as they go instead of the transfer portal and using that. He wants to bring these players in and have them stay in the program and build that kind of culture within your program.
It's paid off for some, like Reagan Fox. Redshirt a couple of years, that'll be a double hit. Double hit has somewhat been eliminated from volleyball, but in the case there, if the double hit, or in this case a lift, but if it goes over the net to the other team, that will be called as an illegal attack and a point for the other team. So out of the timeout, the Wildcats are able to get a point and side out, and an attack into the antenna by Gillens, who had been heating up a little bit in this set. She had 3 kills in this set alone. That was her 12th attempt. Wildcats trying to go up here at the intermission, 2 sets to none. And a serve a little long. 6th error in this set on the serve by K-State.
Yeah, you look at Delaware, they haven't really done a whole lot to keep the game as close as it has been. It's really been those errors on K-State's side. 8
errors on the night for the Wildcats in serve. In this set alone, Delaware just 6 kills, 3 errors. K-State has 15 kills, so they've done all the heavy lifting for either side. Myers will get another kill as the block is too strong and it goes out of bounds. So it doesn't for Shaylee Myers. Just, you know, a ho-hum, average 6 kills per set to start the year. Big block, Myers and Williams.
Does a nice job there diving into the cross-court shot of Norris, shutting her down. See, she's really dove into that.
Just across from the middle back, Clinton was blocked. Myers, an aggressive throw, everybody chasing. Red gets it near the pin, but nobody else is there. Kimberly Lambert has the green card. We could see a challenge coming.
Challenging that Clinton stepped over the line on that back row attack.
4 or 5 things are able to be challenged by a coach. Mary Farragher will see if she gives us the explanation of what's being challenged. Looks like she's already just gone to the monitor. Or talking to the official, I should say, or talking to the scores table.
Delaware is challenging that there was an attack line fault by the attacker.
There you go. So now Mary Farragher will take a look and see if Clinton, in fact, did have her foot on the line as she came and attacked early in that set. So you can challenge anything in the rally at any time as long as the next serve hasn't come into play. Looks like Clinton was behind the line there. First glance. It was close, but
yeah, I have to get the right angle.
After review, the call is confirmed and Delaware loses a challenge.
There you go. That was a quick one. Delaware does have a timeout remaining, but you can see Mary Farragher giving her an explanation. Yeah, it was about a foot.
Yeah.
Shallow serve by Sims and an ace. Jason Mansfield raised his arms in celebration. Love the changeup by Sims. So she has 3 aces for the Wildcats here tonight, or today, and that's a new career high. Normally stoic Jason Mansfield. Love the reaction there. Fans on their feet. And too long from Sims. So even though K-State has had 7 service errors in this set alone, their dominance has continued. They've hit 426 for the afternoon, 350 in this set. And they'll try and end it with another kill. Williams, why not? Jordan Williams. Have yourself a day. 9 kills on 11 swings with 4 blocks for the senior middle blocker. Shaylee Myers, though, has been the lead story as Myers continues to roll in 2025. 13 kills, hitting .565 for the senior. This is the Big 12 on ESPN.
Behind every winning team is a playbook. Ours, it's built on trust, team, care, passion. Headquartered in Manhattan, Kansas, and founded by proud K-State alumni, we're purple to the core. Just like our passion for the Cats, our passion to make buying and selling equipment simple, transparent, and straightforward runs deep. At Purple Wave Auction, our #1 play is connecting buyers and sellers across the country with no reserves and no surprises. From ag and construction to fleet equipment, we're your trusted team. Purple Wave Auction, proud sponsor of K-State Athletics.
What we grow here defies expectation. Hungry minds searching for answers. Explorers of the impossible. Breakthroughs without end. People who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. You'd be amazed at what we grow here.
This field belongs to the ones who take it. This season doesn't come with the script. This is where everything is earned, and we mean everything. We don't do handouts here. You want the spotlight? Earn it. You want to shine different? Prove it. 30 years strong, and we keep shining brighter. This is Big 12 football. This is a different league.
K-State a dominant showing so far through 2 sets. Only 4 attack errors for the Wildcats. Just nothing at the net to block from Delaware. I mean, K-State has owned the net with 8 of their own. Service error is an issue for K-State. That's been about the only negative today for the Wildcats. Otherwise, they have teed off on the outside, namely with Shaylee Myers, who has 13 kills, hitting .565, and Jordan Williams, who has 9 kills, hitting .818, which would be a new career high for her as well. Take a look at the highlights from the first 2 sets. And again, as we said, Dylan Norris, we opened the night. The right side hitter for Delaware was hopeful to get going, but it's been all K-State since.
Yeah, K-State's really just started out on fire, shut everything down at the net for Delaware, and really made them start making some errors. Came out a little bit flat there in that second set, just making a little too many errors at the service line, which led to a few attacking errors as well, just not quite as aggressive as they needed to be, but were able to finish the game on top, and Shaylee Myers, unbelievable.
13 kills, .565. She, Schmidt, and Williams, not an attack error among them, have been nearly perfect today. Hey, the all-new ESPN app has arrived. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. It's your home for the most and best live sports and a whole new way to experience ESPN. With over 47,000 live events, studio shows, ESPN originals, and brand new features, it's a sports fan's dream. Check out multi-view and watch up to 4 games at once. The future of sports has arrived. It's called ESPN. Download the ESPN app on your TV or mobile device. Log in and start streaming. Of course, ESPN Plus, a part of that ESPN app. You're watching this. Hopefully, you already have ESPN Plus. If you don't subscribe, you should. Many of the Big 12's events are on ESPN Plus. Had the football game yesterday. Volleyball almost the entirety of the season, both away and at home on ESPN Plus. And the same with K-State soccer, all in action as we speak. Speaking of the Big 12, let's go take a look at what else is going on in the league here today. And a busy day and some big matches on tap in the conference, including TCU and Pittsburgh, number 25 at number 3. Pittsburgh won the first set 25-23. TCU leads in the second 15-13. Jalen Gibson was 7 kills. Lauren Murphy also with 7. That's going to be a big one for the conference as they try to get a marquee non-con win. And then later today, some more big matchups. You've got Kansas, ranked 14th in the country, taking on 12th ranked Creighton. That'll be up in Madison later this afternoon. And then later today, 13th ranked Arizona State taking on number 2 Penn State in the nightcap in Pittsburgh there. State Farm and the volleyball showcase. That'll be on Fox. So if you're going to look on TV partners, I know ESPN and Fox have a partnership on some things. FS1 today for the other matchup with Pitt and TCU, and then Fox this afternoon with Arizona State and Penn State. And that'll be at 4 o'clock Central Time. fun weekend. This opening weekend, usually you see these big, high-level showdowns. We were watching Nebraska and Kentucky earlier today. That went 5, and Nebraska able to get a win and a reverse sweep. But the other thing to remember, too, is that Nebraska gets the headlines. Are kind of like the Yankees, right, in baseball. They get a lot of the attention, the Dallas Cowboys, if you will. But there are a lot of great volleyball teams, especially in the Big 12, as there are 7 teams ranked or receiving votes in the top 25.
My favorite time of year, and I just love the accessibility, you know, that volleyball now has, and it's so fun. I spent almost the entire day watching, not football, but volleyball, and it was great.
Blue Hens get the first point with Gant getting her first kill of the season, transfer from Dayton. Back to Myers, finally slowed down, but she'll get it over the net. Norris touched. And a point to K-State. Overplay by Delaware. Break for the Wildcats, as that looked like it was headed to disaster.
Yes. Unfortunate there. She just reached a little too far, interfered with the ball on the other side of the net, and you just can't do that.
Part of the ball is above the net, then you're allowed to go get it. Gant again on the quick set. Played only 5 sets last year and didn't play at all in 2023 as her team went to the A10 championship game and won it and went on to the NCAA tournament. Kaylee Pond on the serve receive. Tight set for Williams, but she couldn't keep it in. Trying to get her first double-figure match in the last 27 played by K-State. Her 16th. And she'll get it there. So Jordan Williams for double figures for just the second time in her career with the kill on the slide. And hitting a career best, 692. She had 11 in a match against UC Davis a year ago. Inside the net, Sims on a dive, able to get there. Out to Myers, and for the first time tonight, she is slowed down by the Blue Hens. That is the first block of the day by Delaware.
Well, you know, her hitting percentage is going to drop slightly below 500. I think that's still pretty phenomenal.
Without question. Norris got that blocked and rotates out. Myers, good throw to the right corner. $15 for Myers. Inman picks out Yancey on the near side. Couldn't finish. Clinton with a missile to the left corner. And we're tied at 4.
Got to respect Delaware here. Not coming out flat here in this third set after being down 2 sets to none. Finding a lot of energy here and continuing to fight.
They had a really good start here to begin the third. K-State starting to find their feet a bit. Clinton trying to pick out a spot. Red from the back line, got too much on it. Delaware screaming for a touch. They will not get the call, but may have a review. And Kimberly Lambert immediately grabbed the card. Red was emphatic that that was a touch on K-State.
Okay, again, you got to love the fight that you're seeing out of your team for Coach Lambert. They're fired up.
And you're trying to build for the rest of the season here.
Delaware is challenging that there was a touch on the block.
Well, we'll get a look at this ourselves.
Yep, looks like it.
Yep, on Williams.
Yep.
Yeah, fingers bent back there by Williams on the right side. I think we're going to go 2 for 2 here.
After review, the call is reversed. Point to Delaware, and Delaware retains their challenge.
A gamble by Kimberly Lambert. You only had one challenge remaining until the 5th set. But it pays off.
See a little bit different lineup here for the Blue Hens.
Yeah, leaving Gillens out of the back row, just in the front row.
And red playing back row only for Gillens.
Yancey taking the swing. So yeah, a little bit of a different twist here for Delaware. Again, this is what you do here early in the season, trying to get things figured out. They'll have their home tournament with Virginia Tech kicking off next Friday. Yancey here to serve. Looking for Clinton, got an overpass. Popped up by LeGrand. Thrown out on near side. Gillens will off the net. And Gillens couldn't, or make it Yancey, couldn't get there in the back row on the Clinton swing down the line.
Yeah, she just needed to use 2 hands on that dive. Only went with 1, not able to control the ball.
So now Clinton starting to get going for K-State. She's got 8 kills and 9 digs. That is a torpedo, nowhere close by Gillens.
Yeah,
Just
Gillens,
hoping for a tool.
she's up there nice and high above the block. Just not able to bring it back down into the court.
Had 18 matches in double digits last year in kills, including a 26 kill match against Hofstra. Clinton gives a little wave afterwards as well. Starting to feel it a little bit on the left side. This goes back to what you said in the first set. K-State has the ability with a lot of hitters for them to get hot, but Anaya Clinton is the one where she can take over a match if she gets on fire.
Definitely has that ability to be a powerhouse at the net. With her leaping ability, she's super athletic, gets up high above the block.
K-State pushed quick to Schmidt there, but Delaware was ready for it and turned it into a point and a side out. It's well done by the Blue Hens, and we'll get Gant back in the front row. So Murray and Campbell started at middle. Now it's been Murray and Gant working in the middle of the court. That middle blocker. Win with the serve. Clinton able to take advantage of the blocker going with Schmidt. And now Anaya Clinton nearing double digits and a double-double. Clinton with 10 kills, hitting .292. She's got 9 digs. I think we had an outer rotation signal. But does that nullify the kill by Clinton or not, is the question.
That is a great question.
Making sure everybody's on the right rotations here. Each player has a spot. You turn the lineup in the beginning of the set where they have to be in the rotation that goes like a clock around the 6 locations on the court. You'll see players move up or to the side, shading one player or another just to signify that they're in the right position in the rotation. Gant got picked up by Sims. Clinton, and she gets touched. Another quick set to Gant. K-State's there. Legrand throws tight for Clinton, and it falls as it got crossed up by Gant coming into her lap.
Gant was trying to close that block last minute there, but was a little far off the net, and it just kind of catches her.
Dropped over the net by Inman, who has not done much to attack K-State here today. Gets her second of the season with that one. Now the service here will give the ball right back to K-State. That's the first error on the serve by Delaware. They have no aces. That'll bring Clinton to the back line to put it in play. An offense humming along for K-State, hitting .417 as a team. Anaya Clinton having a big set here in this third frame. And a misfire from the back row gives K-State a point. Nearing the midway point of this third set. Clinton still serving. 11 kills for Anaya now. Great serve. Battle above the net. Legrand won it. And another one fired too long by Delaware. And the lead is 5. Well, anytime an offense is humming like Kansas State's, and you have multiple hitters now starting to hit well, you always think about the quarterback, the one that's distributing it all, and that's Ava Legrand. Jason Mansfield's got to be happy with his senior setter in her first year of really running the show exclusively in a 5-1. So far, she has more than passed the test through 2 sets. As I say that, she puts one to the net. Regardless of that play, Legrand's play has been singled out by Coach Mansfield. For more on that, let's go to Sophie Smith.
And Coach Mansfield has just been super impressed with Ava Legrand's growth in the offseason. He said in the spring it was huge for her development. She's been playing more free, more confident as a veteran, and her strength just really allows her to make just about any set. And he told us now it's just about that fine-tuning of her ball control and decision-making. And he's really been impressed with her connection, specifically with Shane Myers and Anaya Clinton. And we're seeing that right now, guys.
Yep, both have played exceptionally well, and both require different sets. I mean, that's the thing you got to remember as for those watching in this level of volleyball, and Liz, you know this as a former outside hitter, every outside hitter likes the ball in a different spot, different pace. And even if you have the ability to run fast, which K-State does, well, even in the scheme of a fast offense, some players want it a little different.
Yeah, and you know, depending on leaping ability, I mean, you know, look at Brenna Schmidt versus Jordan Williams and those, you know, slide attacks or quick middles, and even the back row pipe that you see there that Clinton hit for the kill. It's got to be a different tempo and pace for each setter, and you've really got to learn and develop those relationships. And, you know, Ava Legrand has done a nice job of building and fostering those relationships. And it's paying off. You can definitely tell.
Legrand today, 32 assists, 7 digs, 5 blocks. The 5 blocks a career high. Norris able to split the block and get a kill, pulling Delaware within 2. Legrand had a double-double in the opener on Friday, had 4 kills in that match, 32 assists, 12 digs. And has backed it up again here today, running an offense that so far through 2 matches has hit well over 300. Myers. Yancey on the other side for Delaware. Legrand on the run, has to set it up for Myers, who couldn't quite kip it in to a location for a point. Myers blocks back Norris. A repeat. And Norris with a hard finish. And the Blue Hens showing a little bit of that grit that Liz talked about at the outset of this third frame.
Yeah, you love the energy that they're showing, you know, on the road. Tough house to come in and play at, and they are not backing down.
And that'll result in a misplay by K-State, and now tied at 13. We have the media timeout coming up. Jason Mansfield may wait to see how his team plays through this. A little adversity facing them here in the third. Shallow serve. Quick set to Williams. Dug, but over. Myers only one blocker, tried a fancier shot, couldn't get it in. Norris, battle above the net, over and out. And K-State's LeGrand wins the battle in the war.
The setters have just quite the knack and ability when they joust at the net. Push last. LeGrand's won that a couple times here this afternoon.
She'll head to the back row to serve. Yancey on the near side, blocked by K-State. Fox, who just came in with the roof. That'll send us to a timeout. Kansas State's block has been big all night long. And on their 9th of the evening, Clinton and Norris going toe-to-toe, and a good one here in the third. Don't go anywhere. This is the Big 12 on ESPN. State throughout the entirety of the night has been big on blocks, and another big one sent this to a timeout. Reagan Fox has just one kill today, and now that block, but the 6'2 sophomore shuts down a Delaware rally with an emphatic roof.
Yeah, we talk so much about these outside hitters for K-State outside/opposites with their ability to play right side, outside, and then there's some tall, long, attackers, and the blocks that they're able to set up will be so beneficial. Looking at blocking some great attackers, through the Big 12 and what they're going to see down the road.
Service errors have been a story. If there's a negative for K-State, it has been that. LeGrand does well to get to that and somehow turn it to Fox for a kill. What a play by LeGrand and then Fox.
It's like they're taking turns here so far this afternoon. You saw Myers early on, then Clinton was warming up, and here comes Fox.
Jason Mansfield went over to LeGrand, called her over to give her a high five and a smile, saying that's what you want from your setter. Somehow make something out of nothing. State gives up the serve. Wildcats continue to hit at a tremendously high level. Only 9 kills in this set for Delaware on 5 errors. LeGrand will pick out Fox, but she's blocked. Just the second block of the night for the Blue Hens. That was led by Asia Murray.
And that set was a little bit inside for Fox, being a right-handed player, and that allowed Murray, with her long arms and block, to get her hands on it.
Near the net, LeGrand brings it back with one hand, and that allows Clinton to sneak it through for her 13th kill. Double-double for Clinton.
Mistake there by Murray. LeGrand's back row. She jumped on that setter. Gave Clinton a little bit of space.
So Clinton, who got off to a quiet start, has 7 kills here in the third. And is now hitting .357. Big block by Brenna Schmidt. Clinton there as well. Tenth block of the night for K-State.
You see the timing there by Clinton. Using that swing block, you're able to really time your jump with the attacker's jump and approach.
Yancey from the back line hits it too long. 19th attack error of the afternoon by Delaware. K-State pushes in front by 3, looking for a straight set sweep as we enter the final stages of this third frame. Gillens, man, cut shot that caught Clinton a little bit unaware.
And you see that's a high ball to the outside. And with her jumping ability, able to see that block in front of her and just thumb down.
Might have been headed out if Clinton wasn't standing there, but you're standing close to the left pin. You're not expecting a left side on the other side to be coming at you. Clinton again. And the success early of K-State's middles, as Liz said, LeGrand's attacking and the middles' success early have opened things up here late. Setter the only one in front of Anaya Clinton, and that is a matchup that Anaya will win nearly every time. Tie for the team lead with 14 kills with Myers. Gillens somehow gets that to work out.
Set almost seemed like it was too far outside the antenna and so high she wouldn't be able to get it, but good reach there and finesse over the block.
Back to Clinton, heating up. This third set has been all Anaya Clinton. 8 kills alone in this third set for Clinton. The type of dominance that can happen on any given night with her in the lineup. Into the net. We saw her dominance like this her freshman season, where she burst onto the scene. First year with Jason Mansfield. Averaged nearly 3 kills a set. Had that unbelievable night against BYU where she hit almost 700, leading to an upset of the 8th-ranked BYU Cougars. Schmidt. 5 kills, 5 blocks for Brenna Schmidt. Timeout, Delaware. Nearing the end of this third set, K-State now by 3. After tonight, Delaware heads back home. K-State stays at home. They'll have another tournament coming up with NC State and Nevada rolling into town coming up midweek. NC State on Wednesday. Pajama day for those that are interested, by the way. Put on your comfiest pajamas and enjoy a film-inspired match day experience. We'll see whether or not Sophie Smith shows up in pajamas on Wednesday for the NC State match. Nevada, then on Friday,